your primary care doctor first before you head to the ER. And this is happening all over Michigan, all over hospitals nationwide. They're experiencing more patients plus these staff shortages. And that's really the problem. So Beaumont has actually had to close 180 beds due to these staffing issues.
I know somebody that thought they were having a heart attack last Friday night.
Did they go to the ER?
They went to the ER and thinks it wasn't a heart attack, but they waited a very long time.
I mean, you typically always, imagine how long you're waiting now, because whenever I've been to the ER, the wait is, you're waiting. I mean, you wait for a long time, usually, unless you're having a serious issue, for sure. You guys, several of the nation's most celebrated gymnasts, including Simone Biles, Michaela Maroney, Allie Raisman, and Maggie Nichols, testified before senators on Wednesday about the sexual abuse that they suffered by former doctor Larry Nassar. So all of these women, they condemned the FBI and the Olympic officials for covering up this abuse, and they demanded accountability after Nassar was allowed to basically continue molesting girls for over a year after the FBI was first alerted to these crimes. So each gymnast made a statement, and they all basically echoed the exact same sentiments. And they said that they were failed. They were failed by officials. They were failed by the system. And Simone Biles broke down in tears, saying that they each suffered and continue to suffer because no one at the FBI, at USA Gymnastics, at USA, the Olympic Committee, did anything after they made their statements.
I don't want another young gymnast, Olympic athlete, or any individual to experience the horror that I and hundreds of others have endured before, during, and continuing to this day in the wake of the Larry Nassar abuse. To be clear,
I'm taking time.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nassar, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
It's heartbreaking to hear. I didn't even hear all of their testimonies, but I read them, and reading them is heartbreaking enough to see their words on text.
Well, when they say, we sound like a broken record, you realize, hey, we got to do something about this.
It's because they've said these things over and over, and
Which
nothing
makes
is
it even
done.
worse.
Yes.
Because, yes, the act itself is horrific, but then people who just look the other way allow it to happen for far more victims.
Yep. So we talked about the whole disappearance of Gabby Petito yesterday. Rieger, you, I'm sure, have seen this story because it is everywhere. Well, now her boyfriend, fiance, whatever he is some articles say boyfriend, some say fiance, he is now considered a person of interest. I mean, finally, I'm surprised he wasn't a person of interest the second he got home from Florida without her, but he has been named this person of interest. His name is Brian Laundrie, and he did return home from this couple's cross-country trip without his girlfriend. He lawyered up right away, and he's not cooperating with police. And in a statement, police said that they are pleading with anyone, including Brian, to share information on her whereabouts in the past weeks, and they say his lack of information is really hindering the investigation. He is the last person to have been with her, to have seen her alive, and he knows where they went, and he is not cooperating. He's not giving police anything. Police did say they've received hundreds of tips, which are now being vetted, obviously, through multiple agencies, and they're hoping that they can find her alive. There's big searches going on right now, Grand Tetons and Yellowstone. It's just such a wild story, and when you hear all the details, everything points to the boyfriend. Obviously, we don't know, but because he's not cooperating, it also, to me, raises some suspicions. And on top of this, you guys, we're also learning that they did get into a physical altercation while they were together in Utah. There was a police report on it. Somebody called 911 because they saw the couple fighting, arguing with each other, and apparently this took place downtown in Utah, and they say that somebody called over this possible domestic violence case, but in the end, no charges were pressed, no injuries were reported, but they were fighting over a cell phone. All the details are just, it's crazy. It's just a wild story.
I've been reading everything on
Yeah.
this. I mean, it's
fascinating.
captivating,
It is.
fascinating stuff because you want to know what the hell happened when they last saw each other. Jeff, have you been like reading any of this stuff?
No, I have, but I just, how is he just a person of interest?
Right.
Because they don't have any proof that he
no
did
evidence.
anything. They
And
took
we
the
don't know where she
van.
is, yeah, so.
And that's why I think it's because they have zero proof that he actually did anything. They took the van for evidence. They found no signs of foul play inside the vehicle they were traveling in. It's to me.
If he didn't kill her, like, what happened?
He just
Right,
left
like-
her there and drove home. Left her where? In the
Where is
middle.
she?
Right.
Especially this day and age.
They
They were documenting everything.
And
This
they
whole
were
trip was on
she was
social
gonna
media.
put it on a YouTube channel that she was making. It's crazy. It's such a wild story. But I hope that they do find her and they find her alive and well for sure. A Macomb County man is $4 million richer after hitting the jackpot on a scratch-off lottery ticket. Unbelievable. This lucky guy, he is remaining anonymous, bought his winning ticket at 18 to Kinder Convenience in Sterling Heights. 33 years old. He says he took a chance on the Diamond Sevens game because it's a newer scratch-off game. Yeah, he said he scanned the ticket and got the message to file a claim. So he says he took it home to have a family member scan it on their lottery app. And originally, the family member said, "Oh, looks like you won $500," which to me still out of scratch-off.
Pretty damn cool, yeah.
All right, that's sweet. But then they actually scanned it on the app and they saw that it was $4 million instead of the 500. He has chosen to take the one lump sum of $2.5 million. He's going to purchase a new home and then save the remainder.
And he's only 33.
33 years old.
Oh my goodness. What a
It's like
life.
everyone's dream, right?
That really is.
I wonder how much that scratch off was.
$5.
No.
$20.
At least.
There were $20 ones.
I would say it was probably a $20 one. To win $4 million?
So-
I think you're spending more on the ticket.
So back in the
Big
day,
payout.
I knew somebody that worked in a drugstore. And I'm sure things have changed, but this individual knew if a ticket was a winner or not by the serial number that he may have scratched off.
He
the
would have
very
had to
bottom.
have scratched off.
Yeah, well, he scratched off a little bit. So he figured out the
Scammed the
winners
system.
and the losers. So he put the winners aside and he only sold the losers.
Well, that's.
I gotta believe things are different.
I sure hope so.
I will not divulge the information of who disbanded. It wasn't me, I swear.
All right, guys, listen to this. So we've seen all sorts of dumb TikTok challenges over the years, and most of them involve injuries, right? But this one that I'm about to tell you with could land a kid in jail. So the newest challenge is called the bathroom challenge or the devious lick challenge. Okay, so when you hear the two together, you're thinking probably not exactly what this challenge is about.
Licking the toilets.
No, it has nothing to do with an actual lick. The lick is, I think, meaning a theft, like a successful theft that has a great payout or something like that. It's like an abbreviation or something like that.
Acronym.
Lick, munch, eat.
Lunch is such an underrated word. It really is.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, this challenge is happening in schools and kids are now stealing stuff. It started in the bathroom. And it's not like they're stealing a roll of toilet paper. They're going for bigger and better things. So maybe the soap dispenser, a toilet seat, a hand dryer, even like the bathroom stall doors. And now it has spread beyond just the bathroom and they're stealing anything they can get their hands on in the schools. And obviously they're posting it on TikTok.
Jim looks disgusting.
And principals are disgusted, and they're actually now limiting how much time kids can spend in the bathroom, and charges could be pressed.
Just picture a kid like smuggling a toilet seat out. Like, how do you even do that?
Whatever happened to the good old days where you just go in the bathroom and like smoke? Like honestly, has there ever been a good TikTok challenge? Like, can we create? What about an Estonian Jansen show? None of those guys are here right now. But what if Jim, Heather, myself, Greg, Tom, what if we created a good TikTok challenge? Like, there's a new TikTok challenge. Everybody hug each other, or buy somebody some ice cream.
To pay it forward, there's got to have been some decent
They're all
ones.
bad,
I mean,
Heather. They're all like deadly. You gotta eat
if we
some
would have
Tide
TikTok during
Pods,
the
or
ice bucket challenge, that would have been fine.
but that was not a
I
TikTok
know it
challenge.
wasn't. I know.
That was very good. You're right.
But the pay it forward, people pay it forward.
Yeah, new TikTok challenge. Buy your neighbor a taco. There you go.
It's you.
Yeah. Everybody on it was
Man of the people,
Thursday.
Jeff Rieger. Yep.
Buy your best
Taco
friend a
Thursday.
taco and put it on TikTok.
That's Heather with the news. It's Rieger being Rieger. Coming up next, how do you pass the time while you're waiting for the baby to arrive? John Jansen is dealing with that right now. We'll tell you one of the weirder, more infuriating ways that someone has tried to pass the time. It's 97.1.
Sign up today at BetMGM and enjoy the thrill of victory on your very first bet. The king of sportsbooks welcomes you to Showtime with the lock of the year. Simply place a $10 money line wager on either New York or Washington. And if either team scores a touchdown, you'll win $200 in free bets, regardless of your bet's outcome. I know it's a bad matchup tonight, but one touchdown, I think we're going to get there. Just use bonus code TIMEAT200 when you make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Enjoy football like never before with BetMGM's live betting options, boosted odds specials, and daily promotions at your fingertips all season long. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code TIMEAT200 to win $200 in free bets if either New York or Washington scores a touchdown. Nothing beats a W at BetMGM. Don't forget, too, Michigan State, noon. You want some action early? Get in on it right now. New customer offer, paid free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Michigan only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJE 50 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by T&I Credit Union. Traffic volumes building in a couple of the usual spots this morning. That includes 75 southbound approaching 12 Mile and at 275 between 94 and Will Carlton. T&I Credit Union gets you the car financing you need with rates as low as 1.99% and a $100 gas credit closing. Take a summer road trip in your new car. T&I Credit Union, here when you want them to be. Call 248-588-6688 for more information. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The Michigan Wolverines host the Northern Illinois Huskies. Game Saturday at 11. Kickoff at noon on 97.1 The Ticket.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Northville Lumber. This from our size with an Odyssey Sports Minute. While the media swoons over his new SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, carpetbagging Rams owner Silent Stan Kroenke and his lead enabler, Roger Goodell, will be in Missouri squirming on the witness stand. They'll be defendants in a civil lawsuit that claims the Rams' 2016 relocation from St. Louis constituted breach of contract, fraud, illegal enrichment, and interference in business. In a Hail Mary legal play, Kroenke, the team, and the NFL tried to dismiss the case via summary judgment. However, Circuit Judge Court Christopher McGraw rebuffed their arguments and ordered the trial to proceed in January. Depending upon what's entered into the court record, we might also get a peek at Kroenke's and the league's financial record as Flounder once gushed in Animal House. Oh boy, is this great! Yes, it is. I'll put that aside.
What's your ultimate game day experience? A trip down man cave? Deluxe tailgate? Then enter the 5-hour energy football sweepstakes for a chance to win $10,000 and make your ultimate game day experience a reality. To enter, buy any 5-hour energy product and upload the receipt. It's that easy. The 5-hour energy football sweepstakes. Enter today.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 and be licensed in the U.S. since December 10th, 2021. For official rules and how to enter without purchase, visit 5hesport.com. Void where prohibited.
For the ones going above and beyond. For the ones reaching out, helping out, and lending a hand. For the ones people count on. You can count on Grainger. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Backed by 24/7 customer support and specialists to help with hard-to-find products. Because you've got everyone's back. We've got yours. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger. For the ones who get it done.
Building electric vehicles. Establishing greener factories. Working with responsibly sourced building materials. At Ford, there are a lot of things that we're proud to be doing for our planet. But we're just as proud to invest in the one thing that makes everything else possible. Our community. Whether we're investing $13 million into local community centers, establishing scholarships for high school seniors heading to college, or improving access to quality dental care,
Family Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 1-800-270-7117.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket, powered by Odyssey and presented by BetQL. Become a better sports bettor. Get smarter to beat the books. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today. Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the 5 Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
Jim Costa, Jeff Rieger filling in for Stoney and Jansen. 7:02. Are we sure Lions fans are ready for this season? Buckle up.
Who are you filling in?
I said I'm pinch hitting for John Jansen, so that means you're filling in for Stoney.
Can we change that around?
Yeah, let's mix it up throughout the show.
All right.
Ooh, I don't know about that because it wasn't originally supposed to be Stoney and Rieger today.
No, it's supposed to be Jansen and Rieger. Because Stoney is celebrating Yom Kippur.
So yesterday I was filling in for John, but today I'm filling in for Stoney.
One thing I need to do,
spending any time on this.
when you guys work together and I put it on the schedule, I need to start putting Costa and Rieger because he's the lead.
Okay.
Got a little inside. Why are you trying to disparage me? Tom always
That's what it is.
I love working with Jeff, and sometimes I think it comes across as I can't stand him.
Sometimes.
Me and Jeff, I think, have a sibling type relationship almost.
Now, this was great earlier in the show, you guys getting after it. So, John's out today, but as you just heard, this wasn't a scheduled day off for John. They're still waiting, as far as we know, for the baby.
All right, I'm going to text him, okay?
Okay, see if we can get an update.
I haven't wanted to bother him.
I think he's awake.
Your theory was they went a little early, and this is now, we're looking like 36 hours type of deal. This is a long deal for them. They're killing a lot of time. And I'm looking at our station's website yesterday, and I see this story. Of course, it all tracks back to TikTok.
Of course it does.
And the headline is, Man Brings Xbox to Delivery Room to Occupy His Time Waiting for Girlfriend to Give Birth. And I have to imagine, like Heather, if your husband tried to pull that, that's a no-go, right?
Oh, instantly when I saw this, I was like, heck no, that's not going to happen with me. But then I did start to think about it a little bit. And I read the article, and I thought about John and what's going on with him and his wife. And then I thought about how much maybe some downtime some of these couples are having. And I thought, maybe it's okay.
So I want to know if anybody has a unique story about how they passed the time while they were waiting for their wife, their girlfriend, their significant other to give birth. And I don't have any kids. Jeff, of course, no.
That you know about.
Olive, was it a quick deal? Tom, if you have any stories, and then if people have any on the phones, 248-539-9797, ticket text. If you had a long wait in the delivery room.
And don't share any horror stories.
Right,
because
please.
I won't let you hear that.
Good call.
Good point. That's
call.
right. No, Tom actually had me working. I actually called him. I'm like, Tom, my wife is giving birth. And he's like, I don't care. You got to do the shit. So I actually missed.
The Lions aren't going to SOL themselves.
Yes, I missed. You got to do a Lions postgame show. So I missed the birth of my daughter. No, of course I would never do that. My wife, Heather.
Yes.
Close your ears very quick.
Oh, no.
When Olive was born, we went the night before, and it was too early. So they sent us home. And she was born on Christmas. So we went Christmas Eve, then came back on Christmas. And they gave my wife the epidural,
Yes.
as I would assume you're going to get.
I would love to have an epidural.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they had, what do they call it, residents working on her. So they could not find the spot.
Starting route
so
to
my wife is
21500 Finkel
and
Street.
they're trying to get the spot, and she's in total awful pain. And I was a great husband. I was looking at my phone. No, I was rubbing her shoulders.
Good.
Yes, so I would not. I know people think I am very selfish, but I would not play Xbox. I'm more of a PlayStation guy.
Ticket Extra says that. They said their wife was in labor for over 2 days. They went home and grabbed their PlayStation and a stack of movies.
Yeah, but if the wife is playing, if the girl is playing,
Yeah,
then I think
for
it's
two
good.
controllers, like that's sweet.
like if she's into it, it's totally fine.
Because
And if she's not, it's an issue.
I have to imagine, I've never been through labor, but will be in a few months, and then I'll know all about it. But I have to imagine, like, what's going on with John and his wife. I mean, she's not having continuous contractions, right? So there's
downtime.
some downtime. And when you think about it, and if the wife is okay with this, the girlfriend was okay. She said she actually encouraged him to bring the Xbox. Why not? It's a lot of time.
But you never believe her. That's like, no offense, women, women, like my wife will say, don't give me a gift, but she wants a gift. That to me is the same type of deal. Honey, go home, get the Xbox.
Yeah.
Get in your
It's like a
sweats.
test. She's testing
Exactly.
you.
No, you said, honey, I would never leave you. Are you kidding
I'll
me?
be your side at this
Yes,
moment.
You are my queen and you were giving birth to our child.
But now if she is in the middle of a contraction or she is actually pushing, there's no way that my husband will be playing Xbox during those moments.
Hang on, it's halftime in the Madden game. Just give me a second.
Kylo will be out doing the frisbee golf.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Heather, I'm having the greatest ride of my life. Do you mind just
They
putting
stay
this
out here a
birthday
little
golf
longer.
in?
Yeah.
Just a little.
Keep it in.
Tom, do you have a story at all? Anything
Well,
interesting?
the first child, I didn't even leave the hospital. Once we got there, and it was 17 hours, and I didn't leave. I mean, somebody went and got me food and everything, It was just, you're afraid to leave because you might miss it.
Starting route
Second, I think I
21500
ran a few
Finkel
errands
Street.
here and there because it was starting to go
In
along the
3/4
same
of a
lines as the
mile,
first.
turn
where,
left onto West 14 Mile
It was going to
Road.
be at least 12 hours, And then by the time Sam was born, I hardly even have a memory of it. And that's just the whole first, second, and third child. By the time you go through it the third time, and it was a lot shorter then. It was only 8 hours, so we just watched TV and stuff. But I can't imagine bringing an Xbox. I think maybe playing a game
At the
on your
next
phone
light,
or something
turn
like that
left.
is okay, right? I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
I think it's fine. I do think that's fine, as long as she is not literally in the middle of a painful contraction.
I mean, the thing I
Then you're by
remember
her
most of
side.
my kid's birth was that the day Anna was born, it was 100 degrees, and it was like you almost didn't want to go do anything, because it was just so sweltering out. By the way, I have a John
At the
update.
light, turn left onto
what you
West
got?
14
There's
Mile
no
Road.
update.
Then turn right onto Inkster
I'll
Road.
leave it at this. He's frustrated.
Of course he is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I
Probably
get
not as,
that.
as much as her. though.
Exactly.
He actually said he thought about bringing the Comrex to the hospital to do the show.
Oh my God.
Coming up next, the birth of John's child.
You're
Could you
screaming in the
imagine?
background.
Oh, boy.
John is like knee deep in a football tank. Like, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. The nurse is here to take the vitals.
So the key to good guard play is it's all about...
John probably has the headset on. He's actually going through the offensive line moves. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Wait, honey? Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, so anyway, what I was saying, you want some quick ticket text?
Yeah, give me a couple quick.
My wife was in labor for 37 hours. It was brutal. Ended up having a C-section too as well. Luckily, it was a football weekend. I remember switching my fantasy football lineup before walking into the OR. I mean, listen, fantasy football is important.
Yeah, McCaffrey's questionable. What are you going to do?
Exactly. Honey, put it off for a second. Gotta make a switch. Here's another one that said John wanted to start labor. Here. I apologize. So sometimes when you read them on the fly, that's
Okay,
my bad.
I'll give you one more.
Yeah.
We could have. When I was in labor with my first daughter, my husband killed the time shopping for TVs online. He's sitting there holding my hand, and he got us a great deal on a 60-inch TV. That's not bad.
Great husband. The kid uses it all the time, I'm sure.
I mean, we're close to being within 48 hours of the Michigan broadcast. If baby hasn't came yet, does John do Michigan football?
No.
Yes.
No.
I can see him.
I got some drama building.
John's getting nervous. That's a great point. But it's North Illinois. It's Rocky Lombardi. He can miss that.
We'll talk about Rocky in the next hour, but coming up next, I'm not sure Lions fans are really ready for this season. We'll explain. It's 97.1.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1. The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Waddles. Great start for Tigers rookie Matt Manning, who kept Milwaukee's offense down for 6 innings, giving up just 1 run on 2 hits. And able to settle himself down after laboring in the second. He gets the win during a 4-1 day game victory for the Tigers at Comerica Park, wrapping up the homestand with a 2-game sweep of the Brewers. Playoff-bound Milwaukee only able to put up 7 hits against Detroit pitching, who have now won 4 of their last 5 games against good teams. Dustin Garneau hitting his 4th homer of the season during the game. Derek Hill with an RBI triple. Detroit will now play Tampa Bay again. 4 straight games on the road in Florida starting tonight for the long weekend series. The Lions continuing prep for Monday Night Football, which will take them into Lambeau to battle the Packers after this weekend. Still no Tyrell Williams at practice. He's dealing with a concussion. And they did sign veteran corner Daryl Worley to the practice squad. And speaking of the secondary, some of them coming to the defense of assistant coach Aubrey Pleasant, who was seen chewing out Jeff Okuda, the second-year corner, during the first game. That includes Amani Oruwariye.
I'm going to make it real clear. Everyone has particular relationships with Coach Pleasant. He's came here and really challenge everyone because he sees the potential in everyone, and he really wants to just light that flare under every single guy. He has different relationships, different ways of going about that with everyone, but at the end of the day, it's two guys just wanting to be great.
At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar, more information at 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
In 6.2 miles, take exit 14C onto M39 and Southfield Freeway.
97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 Jim Costa in for Stoney today. Jeff Rieger filling in for John Jansen.
Wait a second, Stoney and I are both Jews. Shouldn't I be in for Stoney?
Okay, we're going to do this all day, aren't we?
Let's just switch it every segment.
Okay, if that would make you happy, I'm just here for you. I also
Tell
want
me
to
when
be
this is
here
getting old.
already. We're there. We passed that point.
All right, sorry.
I'm here for Lions fans as well. I think we're in need of a bit of a heart-to-heart. Lions fans say they're ready for football season every year. They get excited for it, right? Now, I'm a Lions fan. I get something in this.
Well, it's football season.
Right. But we didn't get halfway through the first game of the season, and Lions fans were already booing this team. Some fans didn't even make it for the entire game. And let me be very clear up front. I have no issue if that's what you chose to do. The product was bad. Boo. If the product is brutal, leave. You've already spent the money. If you're not having fun, go home. I have no issue with the fans who chose to boo, and no issue with the fans who chose to leave the game early. It's the first game. What did you think you were signing up for? Are Lions fans really ready for what this season's going to be? You could be excited for Dan Campbell, but that's the team he has. Do you think they're going to be within a touchdown very often this season? Like, if you're a Lions fan and you choose to go to games this year, great. You should know what you're signing up for. You were at the game, right, Jeff?
Yeah, and I've heard the boos. Do you know what the halftime score was?
31-0, or 31-10.
31-10. Nicely done. Great recollection.
I had to do the halftime show.
It's good. You're going places. But no, I heard the boos. And believe it or not, I was a little surprised by the boos. Because I thought to myself, they're going to stick. Like, they're telling you they're going to stick. How many times this game
Stay in the left 3
a very
lanes.
small margin of error?
You can't play well from behind.
Right, before you realize, this team stinks. Like, I'm a firm believer. Tom disagrees. I don't know how you feel. But I think there is a chance they're going to go 0-17. They're not favored in a single game. And I think this week, Monday night is going to be over. With that being said, I'm totally with you. It is your right as a fan, as long as you're not a jerk or like bad insults. Pull your ass off. Wear a paper those are the people that are going into Monday night thinking to themselves, why not us? Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be there. So as much as I agree with you, I think a lot of people are like, the team's going to stink. Wake me up in 2 years. I think there are some people that want to believe it. Do you believe after what happened in the fourth quarter?
Southfield Freeway.
They were in a lot of close games when Matt Patricia was the coach, right? Did people praise the fact that they were in it? No, you don't get praise for being in it. And let's call it what it is. You were down 24 points with 5 minutes to go. You were in it. You guys ended up with the ball and a chance to do something, but it's, can I say fluky?
Yeah.
Two-point conversions, an onside kick. So fluky is the only reason you were sniffing anything in that football game.
But it doesn't
So I don't expect them. You're talking to the NFL. Most games are within a score, right? I know Tom's been doing that bit. I don't know that this team's going to be within a score of very many teams all season long. So if you choose to go to Lions football this year, I beg of you, know what you're signing up for.
But then it begs the question, and I think this is super interesting, right? The fan behavior. So if you go to one of these games and you know they stink, especially like mid-season, they've already lost 6-7 in a row.
Right.
Like they scored 10, 17 points a game. If they stink, is a fan allowed to boo? Of course you're allowed to boo.
Yeah,
but is it good etiquette to boo? Is it good etiquette to boo a team that you know stinks? By the way, this is a situation we all wanted. By the end of Matt Patricia, you wanted him gone. You wanted Stafford gone. At least some of us did. I know Jim Costa is him and Kelly Stafford partied together on the weekends. You wanted him here. But
Mimosas, good times.
God, you, Hank Winchester, and Kelly Stafford.
Take the exit.
Those are three powerful people just hanging out. Very impressive. But as a fan, I would love to know from people, is it good form for Lions fans to boo this team?
I like that question. Is it good form for this team to be booed?
This team. Because you know they're going to set, but like, I'm all for the booing. I love the paper bags. But it's so much more fun to boo them and put on the paper bags when you expect them to be better.
Right, when there's
like,
expectations. Yeah, that's what caught me off guard. I got no issue with the fan booing. I think you and I are very much lockstep like that. It's your voice as a fan. If you're not happy with the product, that's your way of showing your displeasure. Outside of just not going to the game. But if you're there and you don't like the product, you like the team here. That's your prerogative as a fan. But as this season goes, are you going to boo a football team that's just, they got an arm tied behind their back?
I just think it's pointless.
Jeff, when you watch this team, and they are limited, there is an arm tied behind their back. They cannot go down the field. Whether that's golf or the receivers, topic for another day. They can't go down the field. It's all check downs. If they get down, that's a problem because then they can't do the check downs. They can't run the football. It snowballs. It gets ugly. It's what you saw on Sunday. If that's your reality every week, what are you booing at that point? You're booing the roster?
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. But see, I told you. Are you ready for this ticket text?
Yeah.
I told you, even though you and I feel very logical in this.
Sure.
There's people that want to believe. And I don't want to take away. You know, the Tooth Fairy exists, Santa Claus exists, and Lions fans that believe that this team is going to be okay exist. Here we go. Stop with the stupid things. They don't have Cup. I don't think he means Cooper Cup or whatever. They don't have Cup out there in the onside kickoffs if they don't care.
I mean, I think the players care when they go out on Sunday. They're playing for their check. They're playing to win. They just don't have the best roster to do so.
No, but I think my point is, his point was, he's saying that the Niners did care towards the end. I think that's what he's saying. Of course, Kyle Shanahan doesn't want to lose the game. He's going to put out the personnel that he believes he should put out there.
Right.
But this is my point, though. There are people that still believe that comeback was legit. Thus, maybe they're not going to be as bad as
I just think where it was legit, I think the strip of Samuel was a legit play. You know, like when I was sitting there watching it, I'm like, okay, the Lions are going to get the ball back because they're going to burn their timelines. But they're going to punt it, and they're going to get the ball at the 10-yard line and need a complete miracle. And this is all just a waste of time. And can this end, please? You know? And then they stripped the ball, and I was like, okay, that's legit. But everything else wasn't. I don't have a problem with the fans booing them. To me, it was just that was the SOL moment of the weekend. Like, are you serious? New regime, and very first game at home, down 3 touchdowns. It was very much like the Jets game. a couple years ago.
Patricia's opener on Monday night.
Exactly. And
against-
that's where I was like, are you kidding me? And then I just started laughing. I was laughing at some of the plays in the first half. I mean, I'm watching it like I'm a Lions fan that I've always been. It's just so cynically.
It's a great feeling.
Is it poor form to boo this team?
Yeah, people, fans
To
Yeah.
boo this team. Now, it was like a full circle Lions moment. Of course, they made it interesting at the end in the middle of this very ugly football game. Very Lions-esque.
You know what? It's like, I feel bad for the fans. Because if you're into the gambling thing, and you're looking at the Niners, and you say to yourself, oh my God, this team could go to the Super Bowl, they're going to cover the 8.5. They're up by 28 points. And you're like, okay, Lions stink, I get it, but I'm going to go enjoy myself. So not only do the Lions lose,
Use the
but yet they cover, so they're screwing you both ways. How do you like this organization?
Did you guys look at the spread at halftime?
No, what was it?
The Niners were a 23.5-point favorite.
Turn right.
I want to know if
God.
I want to know if that happens again this season in the NFL. At halftime, a 23.5-point favorite. They're up 21.
All right, we're going to get some of the calls in the mix on this. Lions fans and how they're feeling about this team already. You got the 2 Grand Slam coming up at 7:25.
Ooh.
And if we can get to it, noted bastion of integrity Urban Meyer weighs in on USC. And one of us is dumb enough to believe him. It's 97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Slowdowns can be expected on the drive this morning along 275 southbound from Ecorse Road to 94. Northbound still heavy from Will Carlton to 94, and seeing those delays on 75 southbound near 12 Mile. Have you gotten your COVID vaccine yet? Find yours at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine or text your zip code to 438829. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket and the Bet 1270. Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One. The Baltimore Ravens host the Kansas City Chiefs. Sunday Night Football. Pre-game at 7:30 on the Bet 1270. Detroit.
Hey, you want to get away, relax, have a great time? Go to the D, Las Vegas, for everything you need. The D is downtown, and there's a lot of cool people watching that happens downtown. You can check out our Twitter page to see what we're talking about. That's right. At the D, Las Vegas, great restaurant right there. Joe Baccari's Andiamo Italian Steakhouse. Want something more casual? You got American Coney Island right there. The Long Bar, lots of fun. Derek Stevens, the owner, hanging out there. If you tell him we sent you, he just might get you a cocktail. And the thing about the D, very inexpensive. Best bang for your buck. So go to thed.com, make a reservation, come on out there. We're going to be there in the middle of October. We'll give you more details if that happens. All right, go to thed.com right now. Book your room at D Las Vegas. Your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks. You drink vino, we donate for veterans. Cupcake, Imagery, Seven Deadly, and Chloe Wines are proud to support Pets for Patriots and connecting military veterans with shelter animals. At Twin Peaks, after the last pour, a donation is made to Pets for Patriots. Polish off a glass or two to help pets find great homes. Cheers.
Hey, it's Boomer Esiason. Running your own business requires a lot of running around. From bookkeeping to client meetings, you run it all. By the time you need to hire, you've run out of energy. Luckily, with Indeed Instant Match, you immediately receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description the moment you sponsor a job. According to Talent Nest, Indeed delivers 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined. Hiring can finally run smoothly with Indeed. To learn more, visit Indeed.com/credit.
Hi, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah, can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure, aisle 2.
Snowboarding? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder. It's got intelligent 4x4, and we want to hit the backcountry.
Aisle 18.
And the boats?
Are you sure you can do all this?
Up to 6,000 pounds towing, we're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba gear?
Return to rugged in the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. Available intelligent 4x4 connected solutions that provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Knowing capability varies by configuration. See Nissan Owner's Manual for proper use.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped below 3%, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big.
You could lower your monthly payment and prepare yourself for a better financial future. But you've got to act now. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Conditions apply. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Hey Detroit, USA Today Sports Plus is the new sports app that puts the fans first. While others are at the press conference, we're in the locker room with more reporters in more cities than any sports news outlet. Get the latest scores, stats, and standings, and enjoy interactive experiences as well as group chats with our award-winning sports writers. If you're a fan of football, you need USA Today Sports Plus for this coming season. Download it from the Apple or Google Play stores today.